Hey YouTube, today we want to take a look at another high definition security wireless kit made by OOSSXX. We've done a couple of these in the past. This is their latest 4-camera security kit that is high definition. We want to take a look and see what's in the box, how easy it is to set up, and how it's different from the last ones we've done. So let's get to it. So let's take a look at the box. It's a pretty nice box compared to the rest of them. The rest of them came in brown cardboard boxes. This one's nice and printed up. It says full HD wireless security system, iCloud, P2P, app for Android and Apple iOS. There's an easy setup and install, auto wireless pair. So let's see what's in the box. And it kind of looks like the rest of them that we've done. This looks like the main unit with some instructions. We'll take a look at that in a second. This looks like the main brain, just sort of kind of like the last one we've done. On the back of it we have 2 antennas, power port, USB port, WAN port for your internet, HDMI output, and a VGA output. See what else is in the box. We have 4 of these cameras. So these cameras are a little bit different from the last ones we've done. These are black. The other ones that we've done, they were white, but they look kind of the same. These are just black. We have some infrared lights, some motion detection, and all that. It comes with an antenna and some miscellaneous hardware. There are 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's another box in here. And if this is anything like the others, there'll probably be some miscellaneous cables, power cables, and all that. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4 power cables for the cameras, a mouse, power supply for the brain, and an Ethernet cable. What this kit does not come with, that the others came with, is an HDMI cable. Not a big deal, I have lots of them around. So let's check it out now. So here we have everything that came in the kit laid out. Power supply for the main unit, 4 power supplies for the 4 cameras, 4 antennas, a mouse, and the instruction manual. The instruction manual should be pretty straightforward. Let's take a look at what's in here. We have a quick start cord. This is usually a bunch of stickers. Yep, stickers are just say the areas under surveillance. This here is the actual installation instructions on how to set it up, how to play back video and all that. I pack it with some little hard drive screws. And this here is a match code manual. This is what you would use to match the codes of the cameras if the cameras weren't pre-synced to the main unit. So far, all these that I've had, the cameras have been synced to the main unit. Let's hope we don't have to use the match code, and we could just plug this up and see what happens. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and power it up. With everything hooked up, starts turning on. And you can see right away this looks a whole lot different from the last version. There's a newer splash screen and the system is initializing right now. It's initializing. here we are at the main screen. Okay, so the system's booted up, is ready to go. Let's go ahead and plug the cameras in, and we should see them come up one at a time. So all 4 cameras came up one at a time, and I just have them laying on the floor just for demonstration. Now that the system's booted up, all the cameras are up. Here you get up to the setup wizard, and you have QR codes for the client for each different type of device, the Android client, the iOS client, and an iCloud client. You can enable the boot wizard to run every time you start the machine up. You could click next. You just set the date and time, and we're just gonna set the date and time. We're in Eastern time zone. You could also set it to auto configure over the internet, and that's the date, that's the time, the year format. Network is set to auto config. There we go, there's the online ID, which is what you use to configure the mobile device app. And then you're done. So a couple of features of this system, pretty similar to all the other ones that we've reviewed so far. If you right click on the screen, you can see all the things that you could do. You can see how you line up the screen, how you split the screen. You could manage your video. This is your system setup, and this is where you probably spend most of your time. Here's your video playback. We could play back 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or do a manual search for the date and time that you want to search. You could back up your video. Here's where you adjust the color and the camera controls. You could do a manual recording where you could trigger a recording. You could adjust the volume if you do have sound on your model. This is the setup wizard that we just went through. Fast network shows you your network connection and shows you if the device is online, so that you know if you could use it through a mobile device. Then Wi-Fi add allows you to expand the system and add additional IPC or IP camera devices that are compatible with this system. We don't have any additional ones, so we're just going to exit. So you could see any camera that you want on full screen by just double clicking on it, and you see the full screen. And you could see just how clear this is. This is full HD, and it's just extremely clear. You double click again, you go back to all 4 cameras. This system records really good video. It shows a really good picture outside. You could do facial recognition, and you could actually do motion detection so that you don't have to be recording video all the time. You could only record when there's motion. You could also set up alerts. So let's take a look at the system setup and how we set up some alerts. Under system setup, you have the general setup. You could auto log out. I have it disabled. Just some basic features here. You could set up the recording, how you want each channel to record. And this particular device could do up to 8 channels. We only have 4 here. So you could set each channel on a schedule, and you could set it to do the time, motion, or a sensor. There's also a sensor built into these things. And you could do that with each one of the channels that you have. You could set up an alarm, so that you could tell it, if you detect something, what do you do? There's the network setup, which is pretty much automatic. Here you could set up your email address. And the email address is what you use to email alerts and alarms. Here's where you could set up the channel and change the resolution if you so desire. And you could do that for each channel that's available to you. Here you could see the condition of each camera. And you can see just some statistics about the cameras, how fast they're talking back to the main system and all that. If you look at the channel detail, you'll see the condition of each IP camera. If one of the cameras was unplugged, it wouldn't show up here. And here you could configure how each camera is actually set up. If the camera is mounted to a wall, if it's hanging off a ceiling, or if it's sitting on a table. System admin allows you to set up users. You could add additional users here that you would use via the mobile devices, so that you could set up users and credentials here. You could upgrade the system. You could do a USB upgrade, or you could also do an online upgrade. The system could be set to do system maintenance every day or however you want to on a schedule. You could restore it to factory settings, and you could put the cameras into maintenance mode. In maintenance mode, you could check the particular camera, and you could actually update the firmware on the particular camera itself by choosing where you want the firmware to be updated from. In this case, since it's connected to the internet, we could choose network. So there we have it, folks, a quick overview of this brand new OOSSXX high definition security wireless kit. It's a 4-camera kit, it's full HD, a 2 terabyte hard drive. It could work with an iPhone, an Android, or an iCloud device, and pictures really clean. It's cleaner than any of the others that I've had, and I can't wait to put it up and see what happens, see how it works. If you like this video, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.